Welcome to Before the Bills, the podcast for those of us that feel like we've lost a little bit of ourselves as life responsibilities have piled up. I'm your host, Tiara, an entrepreneur on a journey to reconnect with the drive, fearlessness, and energy of my younger self, and to inspire you to do the same. This show is about stepping out of the box adulthood sometimes puts us in, rediscovering your essence and unlocking the superpower that is uniquely you. Whether you're chasing a dream, building a business, or just trying to tap back into your bold, fearless self, this podcast is your safe space to feel seen, supported, and empowered. So let's break through those limits and reclaim the energy to live the life we've always dreamed of. This is Before the Bills. Let's get started. Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Tiara, and we're back for another episode of the Before the Bills podcast. I'm so excited to be here today with RJ Williams. He is a Navy veteran, a photographer, a father, a friend, and an all-around great person, curating vibes, managing studios, just a really busy guy. And I am so excited to have him here on the podcast with us today. How are you feeling today, RJ?
I'm pretty good.
You doing good?
I'm pretty good.
Okay,
man.
like you really doing good? Like for
I'm all right. I'm straight. Let me sit back. I'm all right. I'm cool. Yeah. It's been a cool little weekend.
It's been a cool little weekend.
Yeah.
It was a busy weekend, y'all. So we went to Oasis, which
we did have Oasis on
their
Friday.
event. It's a really great vibe. Very grown and sexy, curated, rooftop. You know, it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's a vibe. How did y'all even like start that Oasis?
So I actually came into it late, just like I kind of came into RCW a little late. But Lavelle, LD Monger, a lot of y'all might know him. He created the Orlando Elite, which is solutions-based group.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say what we is or what we aren't. If you have a need, we can fill it.
They do everything.
Definitely. We'll throw your party for you. We'll get your event going for you. We'll cover the photo, the video. We'll make sure that the vibes are immaculate.
They are. The quality is great. The quality is great. Like, whenever you guys see the video, all his stuff will be there at the bottom, so you guys can definitely go check out their page. It's great quality.
Yeah.
Honestly. So, I want to talk to you a little bit about RJ.
Okay.
Okay, so where are you from?
So I was born in Marietta, Georgia. I was raised mostly in Perry, Florida, which is in the country.
Okay. What is Perry, Florida known? Do they got anything they know for?
We used to be one of the timber capitals for the entire country, maybe the world. It used to be hella like timber and logging. It was a giant mill.
It was like that many trees out there?
Yeah, it still is
Wow.
that many trees out there.
Okay.
So yeah, it's a giant mill out there called Buckeye. Everybody worked at Buckeye. Everybody dad, a mom, somebody worked at
Is
Buckeye.
that like a grocery store?
No, it's the mill.
Oh, that's what the mill is called,
Yeah,
Buckeye.
it's
Oh, yeah,
Buckeye,
no, that's
yeah.
some real, y'all was deep in it.
Yeah, so very much so some small town shit.
Okay.
I would spend all of my summers down here in Central Florida in Daytona Beach, where my dad's side of the family is.
Okay.
And then when I was in high school, I had the pleasure of getting to move in with my dad and go to high school down here.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's how my life.
I love that. How was it? So y'all just moved here like a year ago, coming up on a year ago. And I only know what I see now.
Right.
But how was it growing up in Florida back then?
I mean, I always tell people this is saying, I always say the further north you go in Florida, the further south you are. So if you get past Gainesville, that is a shit show to south.
Yeah.
But once you get below Gainesville, it's more like Central Florida has this little vibe, and then you got South Florida, it's its own little vibe. So it's
so like each area got their own kind of personality.
Definitely.
Okay.
Definitely.
So you can definitely tell somebody who's from this one versus that side.
Yeah. So like when people hear me talk, they be like, "Well, you don't sound like you from down this way. You sound like you from like Georgia or some shit."
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you sound more Southern.
Yeah.
Honestly.
I feel like mannerisms and all that. I feel like I'm more of a Southern guy.
Yeah. So, and that's something that it was really foreign to me.
Yeah.
Like being from Texas and then coming to East Coast. When I think East Coast, I just think, like cold northern state, or eastern states. Like
the DMV
I'm not really
New York
thinking,
and Philly.
Yeah,
and
I'm not
all
really
that.
thinking south like that until you get down here. You go like, nah, this is black as fuck.
Yeah,
Like there's some really
very
dope areas out here that's just like dope. So
that's one thing I would say. North Florida, especially like in that Big Bend around Tallahassee, there are some extremely small but primarily black towns.
Yeah.
Perry is a little bit more mixed, but it's a lot of towns out there. Madison, Monticello, there's a lot of black folks. Really.
Wow.
So
I like it though.
Yeah.
I like it. So when you were coming up, do you have siblings?
Yeah. Yeah,
How many
so
siblings you got?
by my mom, I got a little brother and a little sister, and
Okay.
then by my dad, I got 4 sisters.
4 sisters.
Yeah.
Okay, so pretty much all girls.
On my dad's side.
On your dad's
yeah.
side, yeah. Okay. And you're number what in this mix?
So I'm right in the middle for him, and then for my mom, I'm the oldest.
You're the oldest. Okay.
Yeah.
How was that? Like the dynamic? I know how that feels. So I also am like the oldest with my mom and my sister.
Right.
But then in the summers I be the youngest.
Yeah,
With
yeah.
my 4 older brothers.
So that's how I was.
I mean,
like,
3 other brothers. So.
On my mom's, my mom's side, I was the big brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my sister, my mom, she literally like a year behind me. So
Okay. It wasn't too much off.
It wasn't too much off, but then I have a little younger brother who's years behind me.
Yeah.
So I was the big brother.
Yeah.
And then when I would be with my dad, it was like not only was I in the middle, but I was like the only boy for a long time.
Okay.
I didn't have boy cousins for a while.
Yeah.
I remember seeing
Were
all
you
of them.
excited when you kind of were you kind of like dating the
I was
light is off
older
of me
too.
now.
Yeah, I was older too. So it was fun to
okay,
have
it was
other
fun.
boy cousins, but I was like so much older than them. I didn't do as much with them. Like I feel like we kick him more now that we grown.
Okay.
Than we
But
did
I like
as
that y'all
kids.
still do that though.
Yeah, no, my family on both sides were very close.
It feels like it kind of happens opposite sometimes. Y'all spend a lot of time together when you're younger, and then when you get older, everybody kind of is going everywhere, so it'd be harder to connect sometimes.
Absolutely,
but
absolutely.
That's good that y'all still stay, connected.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so when you was coming up, like what was school like for you? What was like being a kid like for you? You know what I'm saying? What did you like to do?
I mean, like I said, growing up in a small town, it was definitely like
You stayed in trouble.
Yeah, I was always doing some shit I ain't had no business doing. I was good to like set some shit on fire, burn some shit up.
Set stuff on fire.
Yeah, but see,
but out there, that's all there is to do.
I was always highly intelligent. I always been a smart guy.
What you was setting on fire?
So look, my mom used to be buying me books and stuff.
Okay.
And she don't even know she bought me this shit. And I might be telling on myself, but statute of limitations can't get me.
Yeah, can't do that. Listen.
But
and
I
set
some shit on fire one time as a kid that burned for a long time. And the people in our town didn't have a PKP truck because I used something that I read in a book that she didn't know she bought me. Cause she.
What was the book? It was like a fire.
Nah. It was it was a book that an older kid had that he probably wasn't supposed to have. But when he went off to college, his mom was selling a lot of his old stuff, like comic books in a yard sale. And at the bottom of the comic book box was this book called The Anarchist Cookbook.
Oh wow!
Which is a book that people are not supposed to have.
No, they're not supposed to have.
Like I said, statute of limitations. This was like 1990, whatever.
Yes.
But anyway, yeah, I set some shit on fire. And it burned, and they had to call the next county over for a PKP truck because my county didn't have PKP for whatever reason. And that's the only thing you can use to put out napalm because I made napalm.
Oh wow!
Which is only styrofoam and gasoline. And
so how long did that whole debacle take? What was the aftermath?
It took a couple of minutes to start it, and it was hours. And I'm pretty sure to this day they don't know who did what, and I'm not gonna say what was.
No.
But
no, your secret's safe here.
Yeah, no. This is all on GTA. It's never happened.
No, well, that's okay. So, with that, then were you someone who, did you do sports in school? Did you like that?
I played sports. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've always been extremely athletic, but I never had the instruction I think I needed to be at my peak.
Okay.
Athlete, like my little sister.
Someone would push you that much further, like a coach or something.
My parents definitely pushed me, but it's just like my mom wasn't super into sports like that to push me, and then my uncles, they would kind of push me, but with them you got to show them you want it. As far as my uncles on my mom's side, and on my dad's side, everybody was like a big time athlete. So like my dad, he played college and then went far. My little sister played, they both played at the University of Florida, and then she made it all the way to the WNBA. I have uncles and cousins who made it to NBA, NFL. So I had that pedigree, and it showed. It's in spurts, but I don't know. I didn't have the same heart for it as they had.
That they have for it. Okay, so then what did you have a heart for?
I've always been big into like smart shit. Like I was always gifted.
Did you do any type of robotics, anything like that?
We didn't have that at the schools I went to before high school, and then when I got to high school down here, I ain't gonna say my mind kind of shifted, but it was definitely robotics clubs I could have joined, but I was just getting myself immersed in being in a bigger city, a bigger town that Daytona is.
Okay.
But but I remained in the gifted program, so I had other little stuff with that. But I always had a passion for stuff like that, and then reading. I got a tattoo right that says bibliophile.
Yeah.
It's what does that mean?
So big on researching.
I mean, I guess, researching, just learning, knowledge.
Lover of knowledge.
Lover of knowledge.
That's how I would describe it. I always say that. I say that all the time. I'm just lover of knowledge. I'm probably what they say, Jill of all trades type of person. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, when you grow up in where you're going back and forth,
Right.
right? Like it kind of like, did you feel like you had like split identities, kind of?
Nah. That's one thing I think I could say that. Like with my folks, like they always made me feel like myself. Like when I would come down here, everybody would like talk about my accent because it was way more country back then. It's like, oh, RJ said like this when he talk. RJ said, hey y'all.
Yeah,
I was real country, but
for sure.
they were, my family, especially my dad's side, we gonna crack on everybody.
Yeah.
My grandmama was gonna crack on you.
You can't be sensitive.
You can't. But
it's tough.
But it made it where school wasn't as bad because people would crack little jokes in school, and I'm like, boy, I got that shit for you. Like I ain't.
Y'all would come back and forth.
Yeah.
You can never do that today. Today it's just like shit, you can't do nothing. It's crazy. But same thing. We used to. I mean, it was what it was. Like some stuff stung, others didn't. But especially when you grow up. For me, growing up, I feel like a part of it. I don't think I felt like two different ways, but I felt like I was just present in whatever that role was. So going from older sister role where you're always like, making sure everything's done, to going to baby sister of 3 older boys. Like I kind of loved like falling into that role too because it was like a break. You know what I'm saying? So I feel you on that. Yeah. With so you're growing up, you're doing sports, not really a thing, etc.
I mean, I ain't gonna say that. I played.
It's your thing.
Yeah, it's not. It wasn't my thing, but I played sports though.
Yeah.
I played basketball, I played football, I played sports. I was never nobody's star. I ain't gonna sit here and cap like a lot of dudes get on podcasts. Like, oh man, y'all was the shit.
I was 4 score in 3 years.
I could have been, should have been. Nah. I ain't gonna say all that. But I did my part. You know what I'm saying? I had my good games, my bad games, with everything.
So well-rounded.
Absolutely.
Okay, I feel that. If you could have chose one to go all the way with, what would it have been?
Sport-wise?
Yeah.
Basketball.
Yeah.
I probably, honestly, I probably could have been better at football had that been something that I really took serious. Yeah. But basketball was what had my heart because it was just the thing that was around me the most.
Yeah, everybody was hooping.
Yeah, man, and my dad was always my hero. So I was like, I want to hoop just like him.
I feel like I want to learn, so I'm in the process of learning a little back crossover situation.
You trying to get your handles right?
I'm trying to give Sanaa Lathan. I'm gonna act my way through
I love basketball.
Yeah, like this, I'm trying to. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about that movie though? It's a pretty
it's
touchy
horrible
topic. Yeah.
No, so I mean, everybody be real, right? When you're watching it back then as a kid or whatever, like,
this is the greatest love story ever.
This is so great. Like, all the little tisms and stuff throughout it. The first time she sees.
Is you playing for that man hard or no?
And no.
Why not?
What the? Listen, when y'all really run that movie, actually a lot of them. When you run a lot of them back, it's horrendous. It's like, wow, this was awful.
Hey,
the best movie is a thin line between love and hate.
Why is that one the best? Why is that one the best?
It's just a time where it was like the role reversal.
Okay.
But I do like all the movies though. Like at the end of the day, it's a classic. It's a classic.
Yeah,
like
for
know what I'm saying. I enjoy like Two Can Play That Game. I think that's a fire representation of love, how to be a player. All of them.
Yeah, I think my favorite one of all of them is probably Boomerang.
Okay. So,
I mean, when it comes to that kind of
vibe,
controversial vibe. I mean, overall, it's different. I'm sorry, we're gonna get a little nuance. No, y'all want to really learn about me?
Yeah.
This is some shit. So I think my favorite love movie, black love movie from that era is or maybe before that era for us, Mississippi Masala.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, it's really good. It's
Mississippi Masala.
Who's
in it? Is there anyone in it?
Denzel. An extremely young Denzel. He's it's one of his first movies, I want to say. Like right after he did the one where he had the bad Caribbean accent, it's like a couple ones after that.
There was a lot of bad Caribbean accent.
Back then they had hella Americans playing y'all. They should just let y'all play y'all type shit. Not y'all, them play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But nah, so Mississippi Masala is him and an Indian actress, and it plays it's kind of like Romeo and Juliet, but black dude, Indian girl in Mississippi.
Okay.
So it's
I
really
like that. That's something I would watch.
It's a really good movie.
So check that out, y'all. Mississippi Messiah.
Mississippi Masala.
Masala.
Like tiki masala.
Yeah,
like the food.
Yeah. I love tikka masala.
So a really good movie. But Boomerang is my favorite one. That's kind of talked about. When it comes to what movies might be controversial.
They say that Boomerang really at its time was controversial because it was Black excellence being showcased instead of like the normal like comedy or
Yeah.
whatever we had
Or
going
people
on
in
at the
struggle.
time. People
Yeah.
weren't struggling. People were. He was
Yeah.
like the CEO.
Yeah.
You know,
He
and
was
so
the ad
that's
exec. Yeah.
So that like, you know, Eddie Murphy, man, like he's brilliant. You know,
I
when it
think it
comes to
was
the.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
No, you're good. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I think I liked it so much is because it kind of like turned the tables because it was like, all right, all of these movies is like, all right, dude, he got all the ladies.
Yeah.
He that guy.
Right.
And he's having his way, but he finally runs into somebody who puts him in a very emotionally compromising position.
Right.
Where he's fucking with her so much and she not really on that. He's like, oh shit, this the one. And it put him in a spot where she did the same thing to him that he's used to doing to the ladies.
Yeah.
And it really changed his perspective for the better.
So why is that scenario your favorite?
I mean, I don't know. I think you just don't see it a lot.
Okay.
You don't see. I mean, you see it in different ways, but in that way,
no,
and
not done in that magnitude.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna hold you. I like that he ended up with Halle at the end. Some people hate that. It's like, oh, he just set up for Halle. He still wanted shorty, but I was like, nah, it's not necessarily the thing. He was moving a certain way.
Okay.
He met somebody who changed his perspective, and then somebody who really had a genuine love for him. It helped in having a change of perspective. It helped him not mess that up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So
listen, RJ is a lover. Okay, so
something like that.
The fact that, you know, that's your favorite movie, it like speaks to just how you feel, you know what I'm saying? Like how you are. So, okay, so RJ also is an ex-Navy veteran, right?
Yeah, not
and
an
so,
ex-Navy veteran.
You said what?
I'm not an ex-Navy
veteran.
Well,
no, sorry, y'all. I said it wrong, okay? I said it wrong.
He's just a Navy. He used to be a veteran.
You know what? So you know what's so funny? There was like actually I think an Instagram post about that, about how people say that, and it's just a Navy veteran instead of. But I don't know why I do that. It's like the same as saying the Walmart or the, you know, I don't know, just be adding extra stuff. My bad, but he is a Navy veteran.
Yeah.
And so when did you go in? Like, how was that experience for you?
So I went in 2009. I got in 2017, and it was great.
Wasn't that during 2009 was a recession, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like coming off the recession, I would say.
Coming off it? Okay.
Yeah, it was like coming off the recession. But yeah. So like I said, I didn't have hoop dreams or like, oh yeah, I'm being in the NFL. NBA. I'm not one of these niggas, man. I'm not gonna tell that lie. I really knew like, I did well at school. You know, I got accepted to some colleges. I had options.
Yeah.
But I just knew I didn't want to do the school route.
Yeah.
I had been taking school super serious. And it was like, all right, this shit was cool. I'm good at it, but I want to do something, and I want to do something different.
Impactful.
Yeah, and I also, you know, you have older, like, cousins and siblings. You see, like, having to take out loans for colleges and classes and shit, and I'm like, nah, I don't want that. You know, I'm hearing grown folks, like, my parents' age talk about paying off student loans.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, so, I don't know. And I have a lot of military people on my mom's side of the family. Yeah. You know, one of my older cousins, he was just like my big brother. So he really, like, was like, damn, my cousin Neil can do that shit. Like, I know I could do it.
I could do it, yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I always... Just like I looked up to my dad and a lot of my family members, I always looked up to him. And I was like, all right, if he can be brave enough to do this shit, I could be brave enough to do it. Yeah. So he went into the Air Force. I was going to go to the Air Force. I went and sat down in the Air Force office. They was like, all right, sign this paperwork. We're going to put you in our DEP program, which is a delayed entry program. Yeah. And it's going to take a year to get you to boot camp.
You was like,
I was like, because this is like,
I need something now.
Because I hadn't even graduated yet. So this is like February of my senior year when I decided to sign.
Okay.
So I was like, man, I ain't fucking with this shit. So then the Navy recruiter, you know, I spoke to her because she was like, because in Daytona, all the recruiters in the same little office. You got Navy, Army, everybody got a little desk.
So this is like a little like
in the mall,
they
got
what things called? Like
a recruiting office.
Well, the recruiting office, but it's like a fair, like a student, like it was like you.
I ain't gonna say it's a fair, but it gives that vibe.
Yeah,
so instead of just having a Navy office or Army office, they had the Armed Forces office, and everybody had a desk. You had the Navy desk, the Marines, is whatever.
So you go check in at each one.
You know, Navy. You know, she was just like, come over there. It's like, okay, what's going on? And she was like, look, I can get you the boot in like
right now
3-4 weeks.
Right.
And just to show. So she's like, all right, once you graduate, I'll get your tentative date, but it won't be long. Yeah. I literally graduated in May. I got a summer job for a couple months. By the end of the summer, I was headed to Chicago.
How old were you?
I was 18.
So 18. And then, so when you went there, how were you feeling? How was RJ, like 18? I'm heading to the Navy. Like, what was he
That was
feeling
my first time being on the plane since I was like a little kid, and I was fucking frightened. I ain't gonna be bullshit. I was shook.
Not fucking frightened.
You know the little bitty Bibles they give out for free? I had that shit in my pocket. I was reading that shit like, damn, bro, this shit's scary as fuck. Because I was like, for one, the flying shit had me a little shook. And then also, like, just not knowing what I was getting myself into was also a little bit scary. But it was exciting, too.
Yeah.
And then, you know, the first 2 days of boot camp, they don't let you sleep. So those are a sleepless 2 days. Yeah. And it's kind of getting you just used to.
Had you had that type of, like, structure like that?
Not really.
Like that. I
mean,
my
parents definitely strict. Like, you know, you do what I say, but not like my parents are also very understanding too. Yeah. They very like, you know, they not going. If you talk to them about why you did what you did, they probably at level with you because my parents have never tried to be like, we perfect, so you got to be perfect. No. Nah, my parents have made their fair share of mistakes, and they made that clear to all of us. So we always were more comfortable talking to our parents about things because they didn't make it. Same way. Yeah, they didn't make it hard for us to like, because they was like, well, shit, I went through that shit too, bro. I understand. That's how it should be. Literally, so that's how I parent my kids. Yeah. So, but yeah, I did that. Boot camp was a blast. I got into
blast is crazy.
Yeah, I got into all kinds of stuff.
A blast is crazy.
I had a great time there.
Okay.
It was crazy.
Listen.
It was a blast.
It was a blast.
What? That shit was turd.
Oh, I know that's right. So I never, you know, people, I see pictures. So I come from a family of ex-military army, and I see my pictures of like my mom and stuff like that, and she just looks like she's young and just kicking it in the barracks and stuff like that, and doing, you know, whatever. Yeah. So I can only imagine. So you're doing that, and then what is your thought process like going through? Like, what was your goal at that time? Because like he is a whole production, like anything you need from top to bottom, he can do it, right? But then what was your mindset then? Like,
I mean, I've always been very like I said, solutions kind of oriented, or like I've always been problem solving. Okay. Like that's why I think, like I said, that's why I kind of ended up being gifted as a kid of like, how can I get this situation handled, or problem solved? Yeah. So that actually did me really well in boot camp because the RDCs, the recruit division commanders, they knew like, all right, he is more inclined to try to solve the problem first, then come kind of ask questions. We got to just train him to know when to ask and when to kind of do his thing. Yeah. So that worked out for me, and I kind of made the best of it. But I just, as much as I'm a smart guy, I always had like this little mischievous streak in me. So I was always doing some shit I ain't.
I mean, you was burning stuff on fire.
Hey, hush now, chill. I was on GCA. So it was, everything went well. Like I said, I passed the firearms part. I passed the other parts. Yeah. I on purpose failed this one part. No. We ain't gonna talk about why. But
can you still not swim to this day?
I can swim. I can swim the whole time.
You just didn't want to. You didn't want to say why.
No. So like in the evening times, like niggas is getting beat. So in boot camp, you're not getting physically beat, but they working your IT in you. They putting you through, you know, physical. I was like, hold up, bro. Like, something about this shit is just not. My brain ain't clicking.
It's not clicking.
And I'm very much so like I pay attention to shit going on around me, conversations going on around me, other RDCs coming in and talking about they recruits in their division and all this. Oh, we got all these fucking swimmers, man. We hate that it's always the black guys that can't swim. I'm fucking giving.
Oh no, that's what they were saying.
But listen though, because I was sitting right next to the office and I heard him say, man, we giving these motherfuckers IT every night, and like I'm missing like 11 guys, and these are all some pretty fit guys, but they at the pool because they can't fucking swim. So I'm like, well, I'll be damned. Right. I can get beat every night before bed, or I can just go to the pool. Yeah. So that's all of the gears is turning.
Because if you went to the pool, then you're in training. Like you had to. That was
you had to go. So every night in the evening
times. So you were just out there faking not knowing how to swim. Come on now. Listen, I love a loophole.
Hey, look, man.
I love a loophole because listen.
Kids who might see this and you go, "Don't you do what I did, nah."
Listen, or do it differently. Because listen, at the end of the day.
But let me give you some game though. So first time we get to the pool, I peep the divisions who coming in for their first swim test, because it's usually like 1-2 days of that shit. Like you go do some tests on the first day, then you come back do some tests the second day, and then you're done with the pool for the rest of boot camp until like we have this thing called battle stations at the end. It's like our final test. You might have to get in the water for that shit, but it's not the same situation. But then the rest of the kids you see coming there is hella groups of like sailors and, you know, sailor recruits from other divisions, girls, guys, and the mass majority are black. Okay. So you as a black person seeing all these other black folks, they're like, oh, my niggas are here. And then they only might have one RDC with them, or the RDC might not be there. They all in the fucking, because it's almost like a gym. It's like stands. They all in the stands talking and girl. Aaron so often RDC go, hey, shut the fuck up with all that talking, man. Y'all supposed to be taking shit serious. But they focused on the swimmers in the water. They not focused. So I'm like, these niggas having fun.
Yeah, they having fun.
So I already had my first little machination. So I was like, all right, man. So I jumped out there. Oh fuck, can't swim.
I can't
Take us
swim.
inside.
Help me.
So it's like, all right, you got to go to the remedial swim shit. And I'm doing that shit every night.
I know that's
So
right. So you just got to swim
like,
every day.
Williams,
not
if you don't,
at summer camp, basically.
Williams, I still had to do the other shit, but in the evenings, when my homeboys was doing push-ups, I was at that pool.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, all the swimmers have to like line up, and then we all march. But it's so many of the kids on base who can't swim.
Okay.
They kind of got to march themselves to the pool. It's some roving.
It's almost crazy because I feel like if I'm signing up for the Navy, say I'm the recruiter.
I got you.
Why in the hell would I recruit someone who did not know how to swim?
Man,
I would have probably.
We ain't allowed to recruit.
Because really.
You know, people don't know how to swim. But see, that's the beauty of it. Now, I will say this. Boot camp does an amazing job.
Can you swim?
Like, Navy boot camp does an amazing job at teaching people how to swim. They teach you the basics. You get in there, you're doing all that fake trying to doggy paddle shit. That's not going to work.
No.
Roll over, get on your fucking back, and just...
Yeah.
And you'll be down that pool in no time, and it's easy.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to know how to do it like in extreme conditions too, right? Like
not really.
No, they don't train you
like
that.
You're not no Navy SEAL and no shit like that.
Oh, Navy SEALs is
yeah, that's them that's having to get in the pool. Chill out. But like, yeah, so it's easy. They get you on your back. You down that pool before you even realize that you're in that water.
Yeah.
And then there's some other parts of the test that you pass, but that's really like the one that messes people up the most.
Okay.
Just swimming from one end of the pool to the other one, and it's a nice distance. So
okay.
But it's not bad.
So when you was there, what at the time was your goal there?
I just wanted to get through boot camp. You know, I knew, like, I liked the job that I picked. You know, I picked to be in the AECF program, which is going to make me either an electronics technician or a fire controlman. I became a fire controlman. I worked on weapon systems and radars.
Okay.
And I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I did that whole little process, and every night it was like, oh, well, you're gonna get setback. You're not going to be able to graduate with us. You're not going to graduate with us. And the whole time in my head, I'm like, all right.
And then you went past that swim test.
The night before, they was like, you got one more chance, and then we're going to set you back. And they was going to put me in this, like, so my chief didn't think I was taking the shit serious. So he sent me over there early to this other division. Like, oh, these all the fuck ups. They can't pass the swim test. She got pregnant. All this other shit.
Okay.
So I'm like, man, damn, this shit suck over here. Like, all right, let me stop playing.
So
the same night.
They said it's a miracle.
Past that moment.
It's a miracle.
The same people who was talking shit to me talking about, oh, this nigga finna get set back. So when I got back to the compartment, I was like, nigga, what's happening?
Listen,
it's like, damn, this nigga learned how to swim in one day. It was like, hey, bro. Someone peeped. It was like, this nigga will know how to swim the whole time.
I would have been me. I would have been them niggas. I would have been like, I know he lying.
You got to beat the program.
That's
kids don't be like me. Kids just don't
listen.
Don't be like me.
When did the pivot happen? Like, so okay, you're in the Navy.
Right.
Then when did you say, okay, I'm gonna transition?
Being a dad, and some of the things with, surrounding being a father, it just led me to decide to, move in a different direction.
You want like more time?
Yeah. Some of my mentors in the military, one of their biggest like regrets was like time spent with their kids.
Okay.
And my rate was what you call a seafaring rate.
Yeah.
So we spent a lot more time. Our rotation, some ratings, which are jobs in the Navy's rotations, might be like 3 on sea, 3 on shore. Mine was 5 at sea, 3 on shore. Mm-hmm. So even when I'm on a ship, which is at sea, I can still come home every day if we're not deploying or underway. But it's just like you missing a lot of time with your kids. And my dad was always super involved with all of us. And I wanted to be able to be the same way. Yeah. So now I got out and, got a job and it was cool.
How would you say you would describe, because you talk about your dad a lot. So what's a little bit about him and like why, so you admire him so much and probably model your being a dad kind of after how he was in your life?
In some ways, for sure.
How does that relationship, like, how would you say growing up, he really poured into you in that way? Like
my dad my mom and my dad both, they, like, none of us are perfect. Nobody was perfect. We all had our things about us, but they always really, really loved us.
Yeah.
My parents really just, they loved us.
People don't be coming from love.
Boot camp was when the first times I saw that shit. I saw some niggas like, I hate my mom. I was like, bro, chill, it's like, I went through some serious ass shit with my mom. That's not
funny, but dang,
even though I went through that stuff with her, I never could not love her.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And just like my dad, me and my dad, we don't always see eye to eye. We do a lot, but it's been times where we didn't. It's still my dad.
As everybody.
Yeah, that's still my dad. So it's just like, I think I was glad that I had that part of life where it's just like, all right, we might go through some little shit, but I'm still gonna love the hell out of them and be their son. And now that I'm older, it's almost like shit. Like sometimes I'm like they dad, like, cause it's like I be on my mom, like, come on, mom, or come on, pops, like. So it's just like, you know, and I still respect them as my parents, but it's just like they older, and I just want to take care of them.
Yeah.
Like, I really
you want to
like.
make sure they're good.
What? Like I'm the type person.
How old are they now?
My dad is 63.
Okay.
And then my mom is shit. Is my dad 63? Don't make me put this in.
No.
I'm sorry.
I can edit it.
Oh, chill. So my mom is 55.
Okay.
But yeah, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my mom's 53.
Gotcha.
Well, 50.
Yeah.
Shoot, look at me, 52, 53. One of them.
Type
Or whatever. She had me young.
Yeah, man. See, we now we the parents. We get how old you is, boy?
Listen, can't remember nothing.
Yeah.
So when you first found out you were going to be a father, how did you feel? How were you like? Did you feel like you? Because first of all, how old were you?
I was 25.
You were 25. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're 25. So by 25, first of all, let's talk about you prior to then finding out you had a father.
Okay.
So you're leading up to 25,
Yeah.
right? Well, and you got the job and things like that. Like, what is?
All right, so I was in the Navy when I became a dad.
You was in there for a good amount, a good chunk of time.
Yeah, so I did 8 years. So
Wow,
I became a
okay.
dad while I was in, and then when my son was about 2 years old, I got out.
Okay. So you were still doing the Navy at that time.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Where was you guys? Where you were still in Chicago?
No, San Diego.
So you saying okay? That point was
Yeah,
there.
so Chicago was just boot camp.
Boot
But
camp.
yeah, I was in Hawaii for most of my career.
Right.
Hawaii and San Diego for most of my career.
Okay, all right. How was San Diego?
It was cool. It's a
I
pretty city.
I don't know if I've been to, because what, San Francisco, San Diego.
So San Francisco is NorCal.
Okay.
San Diego is SoCal, like almost the furthest south. Like that's the last city you are in before you hit the border.
Oh wow. Okay. So I think I've been to San Francisco.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was cute.
Yeah. No, California is a beautiful place, but it's extremely expensive for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both of the coasts be having a lot going on. They be trying
like
it.
But California has that draw because it's the golden land, and that's just a desert.
Yeah, it's a desert.
It's a desert.
Vegas
it's not,
is right there.
It is not like everybody paints it to be tropical. It is the fucking desert.
Yeah.
So and it's cold.
That was the hottest
year round at nighttime because it's the desert.
There was a time when they was having all them fires.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe back around COVID era. We went out there.
Yeah.
It was the hot. I never felt nothing like it.
Yeah, no, that's just.
It was so hot.
Yeah.
That we were driving, right? And this is like a funny story, y'all. Like, so we was driving to, what's the beach out there?
Which one?
Malibu.
Malibu, okay.
We was driving to Malibu. And we got like a top-down type of car. We think it's going to be vibe or whatever. We was driving.
Hot shit.
And I felt like I was in a dryer. Now, mind you.
Because that shit's so dry. It's so hot.
It was painful. Now, granted, it did close up. But at the time, we were thinking we was being, it was supposed to be a vibe. It was not a vibe. It was not a vibe.
Shit.
Absolutely. But then it got worse because, y'all, I was wearing a unit. It was no match. It was no match for this heat. And the wig literally flew, like we're driving at like at least 90 miles an hour. I don't even know. That joint flew. Now, mind you though, now what saved me, I was about to have me a day. Yeah. But what saved me was my friend Woody, shout out to Woody. He had like grabbed it, like right before it.
Damn, he had the Spider-Man reflexes. Like
I was like,
to get your shit real quick.
Because I was about to be upset. You understand? One of my homegirls, she was like, "You can use my hat." I said, "Oh no, to hell with that." So I was like, "I'm no match." I should came out here with some great.
So what you had up under that? What you had up under that wig, Shawty?
You said what?
What was under there?
Just some straight backs.
Oh, okay. So you
it wasn't bad, but it was just kind of like that was not the vibe. That's not what I was going for.
You about to hit him to set it off, okay, Cleo? You're right.
Right. That was who I was not trying to be that day.
Okay.
Sometimes you might get a Cleo, but that was not that day to be Cleo.
I got you.
So anyway, so that heat is something serious. I know for a fact. Like, we tried to walk one block down the other block. I said, I think that I've had enough.
Nah, man, it is crazy. And then, like I said, in the wintertime, it'd be dead ass cold. It'd be sunny as fuck, freezing. Like, what the fuck? What's going on out here?
Yeah, then cold.
So it's not like here where it's just like it's so much moisture in the air. There's so much humidity that it feels a little bit better because. Even when it's like hot, it's like, all right, it's something in this air.
Yeah.
It can be some people who not from here. Like my son still lives in California, so he comes out in the summer. He be like, Daddy, It's hot
It's
here. Why I
hot.
feel like it's like the air choking me.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, son, it's humidity here.
Humidity.
You used to that California
That
heat.
dry heat.
He'll play football and run all around and that shit and be straight. He come down here and be like, I'm dying.
You can't breathe.
Yeah, but
I prefer the moisture though, honestly, because I grew up Central Texas and that's
yeah,
dry too.
Yeah.
And so I was used to that. But when I went, like coming back out here, I think the moisture, I prefer to be more, I like the moisture. But I feel like it's horrible because when you want to go out or do something, and you're like sweating or your clothes.
I was gonna say because I'm that person where I'm gonna sweat through some shit. Like y'all see me now, I got on some shorts and my little cute, little comfortable shoes.
There you go.
Yeah, because it's hot.
Okay.
When he's supposed to be as hot as it is today.
You gotta be. Listen, I learned my lesson last year. So you move. You have your son. You moved from San Diego to where?
So from San Diego, I came back here to Florida.
To Florida.
Okay. Yeah. So I decided, like, I was kind of debating, like, damn, do I want to move to Atlanta? Do I want to? But I was like, man,
I can't do Atlanta.
I love Atlanta.
I love to visit Atlanta, but I feel like living there is the same way I feel about living in Cali or living in Vegas or living in.
But see, I think a lot of people think as if you're gonna move to like Fulton County, you in the city. I would definitely be in like Cobb or Gwinnett.
Yeah.
I'm out the way. I work in the city. You know?
I can see you there though.
Yeah.
They would think you was from there anyway.
I mean, I was born there.
Yeah.
So,
like, you know.
But yeah, but that's my favorite like place to run off to. Like if y'all ever see me off on the weekend, y'all who watch my story religiously, y'all know once I hit 75, I'm headed to Atlanta.
How far is the drive to Atlanta? Like
it's
5
about
hours?
6 hours.
6 hours? Okay.
About 6 hours, but
right.
Hey man, thank God for cars that drive themselves.
Listen,
I just be riding.
I know that's right. Okay.
But nah.
But you ended up coming here instead.
Yeah, because my family's here, and I wanted to be able to. Knowing I had a son, I wanted to have him be around his family. I didn't want to have to get him because me and his mom got divorced.
Yes.
I didn't want to have to get him and then try to coordinate coming down here, so it was a little bit easier. But yeah, I'm glad.
I didn't know you was married.
Yeah. Me and his mom were married.
That's.
Briefly, it wasn't a long.
Briefly,
marriage.
It was like a quick little. It was given.
In the military, you kind of jumped the gun. Like
you was trying to do what's right.
I was.
Yeah.
I was trying my best. Yeah, because there was a lot going on at that time that I could have just been on some co-parents and shit, but I was trying to like.
You're trying to make a family unit.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I think I might not have been the best decision. I'm glad for the years I got to spend in the same house with my son because it established a little bit of a baseline. But like, who we are today, I have so much more love for his mom, just as a person and almost like a family member.
Yeah.
That I wish.
She is family.
She very much so is. Shit, her husband is family.
Yeah.
Like Marquise, no, hey, nigga, you my you fucking with Marquise, you fucking with RJ.
Shout out Marquise.
Shout out Marquise, shout out Simone, the kids, love y'all.
Yeah.
I love y'all to death. So yeah, and it took us kind of going our separate ways and kind of growing up and learning more about life to get to that point.
Absolutely. It takes growth, you know?
Yeah.
And so with that, right, because we talked about, you were just a kid. Now you got your own kid.
Yeah.
Now you are here in Florida.
Right.
And you're doing what? You're working?
Yeah. So.
Did you already start? At this point, were you doing?
So I was working in engineering.
Still in engineering. Okay.
Yeah, I was working in engineering, just working on like weapon systems, working for companies that built stuff for things that the Navy makes because I'm super familiar with them.
Yeah.
I started out at a company called Aerojet. It's out there. It's like a subsidiary of Lockheed. So I was building stuff for them, like missile stuff. And I left there. I kind of got poached by a tech startup.
Yeah. And
pivoted from engineering to just like tech in general, and was doing some environmental and NVH work for a company called Luminar.
Okay, yeah, I've heard of Luminar.
Yeah, over by UCF.
Yeah.
And then they actually went through some financial woes and decided, like, all right, look, a lot of y'all are getting laid off.
Yeah.
They gave me a nice little, you getting laid off
Severance.
package. Yeah. And I decided to go full-time photography.
So photography, where does that come in?
My aunt growing up was a pretty big photographer in Atlanta and just in the South, and she really like made a name for herself with it.
Okay.
And she's always made me extremely proud doing that.
You used to help her?
I used to just, when I would go spend time with her and visit her, she would, I think I get some of this in my like knowledge stuff from her and one of my uncles. And yeah, like she just would pour into me with that because she could see I had like an aptitude for it.
Yeah. What is it about being behind the camera? Like, what is it when you capture something? Like, how does it make you feel? Because I feel like through his work, guys, when you go on his Instagram and look, like through his work, it just looks like you're really looking at
Yeah.
through the people. Like you're
Yeah.
really like experiencing.
I feel like that portrait vibe is definitely my vibe. Like
Okay.
I'll be the first one to tell y'all, regardless of what they say, I am not the most artistic. I am not the most like, this is gonna be a perfect spiral,
Yeah, no.
the leading lines. Hell no.
No.
That should look. I like how that bottle looks on that table.
Yeah, like
click. And if it ends up being some type of crazy photography, mathematical equation, geometry, cool.
Then
if
cool.
It doesn't, fuck it.
Fuck
like
it.
That's definitely my style.
Just vibes.
And if I looking at my aunt's work, it was very much so like photojournalism. It was coverage.
Beautiful. What was she capturing?
So
like the city, people, a little bit of everything.
The city, the people. She developed relationships with people in a way that I haven't. I feel like I've learned a lot of that from her. Like she was very cool with Muhammad Ali and his family. She was very cool with like Outkast when it was coming up. Very cool with Michael Vick. The people that was in Atlanta knew my auntie and had love for her. She was an older black lady who was she was like their auntie.
Yeah, she was everybody's auntie.
Yeah, and she always took things as photos that showed them in a positive light. Even if they had some bullshit going on, she was gonna show them in a very positive light. And I get some people can say that's bias in like photojournalism, but she didn't feel like it was her place. She felt like it was enough people that was tearing them down. She didn't think it was her place to be having to do that too. Yeah, so
she just wanted to capture the moment. She was a journalist.
Yeah,
too.
So she
like someone who's capturing like real time moments. I think that's journalism as well, like within the photography. So that's beautiful. Yeah. So you pick up the camera. You remember your first shoot you did?
Yeah.
How did that go?
Yeah.
What was you shooting?
It was one of my sister's friends, and we drove out to this like park. I can't remember where it's at. I think it's somewhere in like Deltona or some shit like that. But it's this long ass winding road, and we was out there in this park by this lake. It was very pretty. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. The colors was all over the place. It was all grays and oranges.
Okay.
Yeah, I grabbed some random preset pack and threw it in on Lightroom and was trying to edit the shit. It was crazy.
It just was, trial and error.
Definitely some trial and error shit. But that's what got me started. And I'm like I said, I love knowledge. I love to learn.
Yeah.
I'm not too proud to go to guys who are younger than me. And one of my homeboys who really like showed me stuff photography, he's younger than me, like age wise, but he really kind of like my big homie with the shooting stuff because he's so versed in the game.
Yeah.
And he gave me a lot of game. I had other people who have been in the game much longer give me a lot of game and just help me out. And it's just grown. I'm still growing. I'm still learning.
But doing a great job. With that, so you get your first gig. How did you decide, like, okay, I'm going to market myself. I'm going to go forward with this. Did you also feel like this was like a creative? Did you feel more in sync with this than you did the engineering?
Definitely.
And why do you feel that was? Like, do you feel like?
I really just enjoy like capturing people like that. Like I like filming stuff. I like shooting stuff. I like showing kind of people in their natural element. Like I said, that's why I'm not the most artistic for real. If I had to like say my dream style of shooting, it would be some real lifestyle kind of portraits, very like, or even because I really, very much candid stuff. But I also really enjoy like films too. Like I said, for my love for, them deep cuts like Mississippi Masala. So I really wanted to get into that too. But
I think that's dope.
But even if I was doing that, it would be some realistic shit. I'm not filming some high art, thought.
You just trying to tell the story.
Dead ass, I'm telling stories. And that's a lot of times with my pictures. Even my portraits, where it should be more artistic, I'm trying to tell a little bit of a story if I can.
Yeah, and I like that. It's just, but that also is like your unique style, right? Like you're not trying to be, everybody ain't trying to be copycat, cookie cutter paste. They come to you because this is your style. Know what I'm saying? And I feel like that leaves it more of like a watermark or a trademark.
Yeah, for sure. I wanted to feel like, wherever we at or wherever we doing, you could have really been doing this, or you really was doing it, or that really fits. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's just, I guess that's
how did you get to a place where you were like, okay, I'm going to take the leap of faith and I'm going to just bet on myself?
I ain't no choice. He laid my ass off. He laid the fuck off. So it was just like, and I ain't going to hold you at the time, the job market was not that great because, I have a lot of certifications from the military. I have a lot of experience, but I don't have a college degree. Yeah. So I have a little bit of a tougher time getting into positions with some of this stuff, especially some of the things I want to do. Mm-hmm. And I still do like work and do other things. Like I'm a hustler. I'm always find a way.
Right. Do you prefer this way of living over when you were working like for?
I like this way, to be honest with you. I like being able to kind of get out here and figure it out on my own. Sometimes shit's slow, sometimes shit is booming, but it's just like, it's by my means. Yeah. It's on my time, so it's on me.
Like the peace is not interchangeable.
Yeah,
like,
and it's not like somebody's having a bad day and they decide they want to like reprimand you or let you off.
or just
I've
whatever.
had jobs where it was always, oh, RJ's doing great, he's doing great, he's doing great. But random as hell, like, oh, I'm gonna write him up today. The fuck you write me up?
Right?
For?
Why are you listen? I know. I feel like when you have just the wherewithal to bet on yourself, there's like a different level of like faith that you have. There's a different level of like, I can do this.
Yeah.
And I want for people to tap into that too,
More.
And I feel like me meeting him, right? You would think we've known each other a long time, but we really haven't. But it was just when you meet people that kind of are authentically, to me, it's almost like they have a youthful essence.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you can tell that they are really tuned in with themselves. Like that, like being a creative does draw you into who you were before bills happened, which is literally what this is about, right?
Absolutely.
Like getting to this place where I'm betting on myself.
I really enjoy this shit.
Yeah.
Like I like coming up with setups and working in the studio or working outside and learning that side of it. I actually really enjoy it.
So out of all of the aspects of it, would you say, and also side note too, when it comes to you being a father, right? How do you feel like you want your kids to view you the same way you kind of feel about your dad too?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because like I said, none of us are perfect.
No.
My kids, I'm sure know. I'm not going to be the parent to try to say, oh, I never would do that. Hell no, your daddy did it, man. Your daddy fucked up once or twice, because my dad has been the same way. He's been honest and forthcoming about his things, and my mom has as well. So it's just like, and it's helped me avoid some mistakes they might have made in their past, and I'm going for damn sure help my kids avoid some mistakes I made. For them. So it's
that's
just
like
like
you do, pay it forward.
Yeah, that's the least I can do. I think some people get caught up and worried about how they might be perceived, to where they won't be as honest and forthcoming with their kids about sometimes like, man, tell the kids, yeah, man, I did that shit. I probably shouldn't have did that.
Yeah.
But this is what you can take from it, so that you don't have to get out there and try some shit or do some shit and learn the hard way like I had to.
Yeah, exactly. I would say, so for you, right, do you feel like you at this point have created a pretty good balance with making sure you still are RJ, despite, like, I think he does a good job of this, but I have to ask, like, do you feel like you're still RJ and not like letting everything define you? Like, RJ, I'm a dad, I'm a this, I'm a that. Like, do you feel like you still keep your own autonomy within, yourself and making sure you're good and making sure, like, or do you feel like because of all of the things piling up, you kind of let some of the things go?
I actually really like that question. I appreciate you asking me that. I don't think anybody's ever asked me like, damn, do you really still feel like you outside of just being you the dad, you the photographer, you this, you got to run the studio, you know what I'm saying? And I do, honestly. I feel like, hate it or love it, for those of you who might, I'm authentic, I'm me.
Yeah.
For the goods, I'm me. For my bads, I'm me. And it's hard for me not to be.
Yeah.
I struggle with that shit in times where, like, especially in some of my like corporate jobs or civilian jobs where I had to like make myself small because I'm a big guy.
Yeah.
I'm a big black guy and I'm confidently big and black.
Yeah.
Sometimes in some of those places they really want you to seem like I would have to I'm a nerd for sure. I've never hit my nerdy, blurty parts. I fuck with anime. I read books. But I've had to come off more nerdy to kind of disarm people in some of the places. Working in engineering and white guys, Indian guys, if you seem more nerdy, they're a little bit more inclined to like work with you, be nicer, kind of, and it's fucked up.
So having to like, I kind of assimilate in these spaces. I never was good at it either. I'm like, and then I'm someone who can't go with like the status quo just for going along with the status quo. Like I feel like I challenge things and I'm like gonna question things. And you really can't be like that in corporate. Not like that. You know what I'm saying? The other part of you kind of has to die. Just like with like, if you choose, like in the industry, really, if you want to make it to certain things, like you kind of have to sacrifice
you gotta play the game.
Yourself. Yeah. And I commend people who are able to like really be able to kind of kill themselves. That's a figure of speech, but in order to perform how they need to, so they can get to that place to then come back and like,
absolutely,
I could really appreciate that. But there's some people, like some of us that like, I just cannot fake it. I cannot fake that you got me messed up.
Yeah,
like,
that's how
it's like, I can't even. I do my best work when I am like feeling like things are orderly or they make sense. Like 2 plus 2 is 4. I'm a very logical person too.
Yeah.
So if
I
things
think there's some logic in some of the shit that we kind of, like you said, not faking it. It's some logic in that.
Yeah.
And like my thing is, I guess it's one of my bads. I am Mr. Challenge you to a friendly fade. Like,
yeah.
I am Mr. saying, hey, look, we having a little tiff.
Yeah.
Let's go on and get these gloves and go out this door. But maybe that's just the country side
that's
of
a real
me.
southern. Yeah,
maybe that's what
the
that
roots.
is. They be looking at me like, oh, this is RJ, how keep violent, and it's just like it's not even that. It's just like if you can't, get past whatever this is we got going on, if we got to go out here and tap each other on the nose a couple times until we have understanding, I am 1,000% with that shit.
Y'all, he ready to tussle if needed.
If I need to, I don't want to, man. They're getting a little old, my knees.
Your knee, I was about to say, now don't do too much.
Don't get that shit fucked up. Like,
okay. So you also, like, in this time, I was gonna ask, the other question was, what part of what you do you like the most? Like, do you like running a studio the most? Do you like actually shooting? Like curating? Like, what part of it do you like the most? Like, if you could rank curating something, like the vibes or whatever, recording,
the storytelling part,
just the whole overall storytelling.
I love the storytelling. I love the sitting down and coming up with a concept where it's just like I said, grabbing a part from a movie. It's like, all right, we're gonna do the scene from Boomerang, and this how we, and this is why we doing it.
Yeah.
Because this scene made me feel or think this, and I think if we redo it, it'll make the audience feel or think this. Some of my homeboys, my boy Ramsey, my boy Day, my boy Spacey, they actually recreated a scene. I think the movie was Waiting to Exhale.
Okay,
and that shit came out so dope. The way they redid it and put their own little vibe on it, I thought that shit was awesome.
I'm curious, did they do it from like the perspective, like, because Waiting to Exhale is the woman's perspective. Did they kind of answer the women, like, did they do it from that perspective?
Don't quote me on that part. I want to say it was a pretty kind of one-to-one.
One-to-one, okay.
They just did it like, here and with, people from here, and I really like how it came out.
I love that. Okay.
So it was super inspiring. It was super dope. I fought with them boys big time. Like that's me too with this. I feel like since I got in this game,
super collaborative.
Yeah, man. Like it's because Orlando is not the most collaborative place when it comes to a lot of shit, especially with creative shit. Everybody is kind of in fake competition with each other. I'm the complete opposite. Like if I can let my partners come in here, use the studio, use whatever resources I have, I know somebody who can. Like it's some jobs I get offers for, and I tell people like, look, I'll do it for you if you want me. But I have a homeboy who could probably do it for you way better.
You're not a hater. You're like,
I'm never that shit. Yeah.
If I can't do it for you, I know somebody who can.
Yeah, and sometimes
it pays it forward.
Yeah, and sometimes I know I could do it, but I just know based on the person, like he gonna give y'all some shit that he's more versed in this than I am, and I don't feel the way, but that doesn't make me feel less than as a shooter. As a man.
We all eating like that's what's great. It was like a quote I seen, and it was just like, as Black people, there is no oversaturation in none of these industries.
It shouldn't be.
But by us specifically, we are within these, like, the big grand scheme of it, we're like a drop. So there's no, just because our feed maybe shows a lot of people doing, that's like a fraction, not even a fraction, like a fraction of how many opportunities are out there for people to be able to get. So everybody can eat. I don't know why that's a big thing. Like, that's kind of weird or whatever.
Yeah, no. In other places I've lived, it's much more collaborative. When I was stationed on the West Coast, I used to hang out in
West
NorCal.
Coast for sure.
Not always, just SoCal and NorCal. I feel like hanging out up there, it's a little bit more artistic and collaborative with a lot of shit. Everybody is much more quicker. Like the dude, LaRussell, is blowing up from over there. He's from up there.
Yes.
And that's that vibe they have up there. They are very much so. We're going to get together. We're going to help each other. We're going to push each other. Sometimes in SoCal, it can be a little bit backbitey how it is here.
I think though because of, like, so for instance, like just LA, right? Or Cali or that area. Like some of my homegirls live out there, they're like influencing and working, whatever, but they are they collab all the, I think it's because it's just a place full of creatives. Yeah. So then everyone's just being creative.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of that.
Vibe about it.
Yeah, it's a lot of that. But here sometimes it gets kind of weird. And this is my personal opinion. I could be, I'm kind of an outsider here too. Yeah. Because I didn't necessarily grow up in Orlando or even in Central Florida. But like, shit be kind of weird to me sometimes. People are kind of like, they kind of stick with their folks, which is nothing wrong with that. Yeah. But it's just like, it's a lot that could be done if we had a lot more talks and moved a little more collaboratively. Yeah, absolutely. Kind of get past the well, I don't know them, or I don't like this wrong.
I think it's like people don't understand, like, we are human beings, not like, we're human beings, not humans doing.
Literally.
And I feel like for me personally, I've always entered any type of dynamic or any type of space wherever I've lived in a very like, there's nothing surface level about me.
Right.
Like to be around me or to be my friend,
She gonna be deep.
It's gonna be deep.
Yeah, she gonna be deep.
Can you attest to that?
I could definitely attest to it.
It's not gonna be. We're going to like, okay, if you really want to be around me, then we're gonna have to really talk so I can see.
I think the first time we sat down and like talked, we was at my Mac, we was getting some food.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be talking about a concept for some shit we were shooting. We spent like 2 hours just learning each other, getting deep, talking, vibing. And I can attest that's who Tiara is.
Yeah.
Like, she's not going to let me call her Tiara because she's going to beat my ass.
I'm going to correct it.
It's Tiara. Like, she will totally elbow drop me if I said Tiara.
No, for real.
But yeah, it's Tiara.
Yes.
Like, so but that's how deep we got. Like, she really let me know, hey, this is why I don't let folks play with my name. And then I really appreciated that. You know, in our first time just vibing, you really kind of got beyond that surface level, and we really like got to lock in and talk and learn each other.
Because it's like, for me, I just feel like, okay, if someone says they want to collaborate with me, then you need to know me.
Literally.
And vice versa.
Yeah.
Because then it makes it more authentic anyway.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So it's like, I'm not about to just be, and then it's like, it makes it more of like a collaboration.
It feels like it's like we both putting pieces in.
Together.
I've had times where I was trying to sit down with a model or somebody I want to work with for a video or a photo, and it's just, oh, okay, yeah, I'm gonna get some free pictures. Okay, like, hold up, baby. Relax. And then they so caught up in just getting something out of the shit, they not really like trying to like, all right, let me figure out who this guy is or what we gonna do, or like, you know what I'm saying? And really make
it dope.
Yeah, let's make it.
I want it to be more than just a photo.
Yeah, because some people pull up like, well, I just brought the outfit now, like almost like they doing you a favor just for showing up. So it's like, okay, But I appreciate like every time we've done anything, you come with your A game, I be fucking with you about little shit here and there, but outside of that, like you really be on your shit, so I can appreciate that for sure.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Listen, it's like when you have a passion for something and you have a dream for something, it's like you gotta get up and do it. And let me tell y'all something. I feel like I appreciate RJ because he's always like pushing me to get up and do it. I'm gonna do it, but he will be like, nah, like whatever. And I think I needed that type of energy too, because sometimes you can be like, when you're just doing it yourself or whatever, but like collaborating has like having someone to bounce things off with, help out your stuff, it's so much, it makes it so much more like lighter on you. It makes you want to do and go harder.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So I like appreciate that. So now, we're here in present day.
For sure.
Right? And currently, what would you say, one, to yourself, right? Like, would your younger self be proud of this version of yourself?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
especially coming from a small town.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I remember what them days was like, just like sitting in a room like, man, I don't want to be stuck in Perry my whole life. I love Perry. I love everything about growing up in a small town, being a country ass nigga, but I knew that's not where my journey was like gonna end. I knew that wasn't my final destination. It could be my overall once I'm an old man, but
right, you were like, I got stuff to do.
I really knew I wanted to live some life.
When you were younger, you saw that for yourself.
Definitely.
You were like, I'm bigger than this place.
Not even that.
Not like that, but like just I want more.
I knew that my story was gonna take me far and wide.
I love that.
Yeah, I knew that shit. I had like this weird feeling like I'm gonna see some shit, and I just couldn't put I couldn't specify what that shit was, but I knew as a youngster, I was like,
it's like. I feel that same thing. I think that anyone that's a creative or anyone that goes for passions or whatever, there's something within you that's like, I desire what this world can really offer me.
Hell yeah.
Like, it's almost like you like, I want to unlock whatever levels of this stuff that is to be able to, you know what I'm saying? It's like you have a fire that's different.
Man.
And like for me, like coming up, I was the one that's like, I'm moving, like right after whatever. I'm moving to a different, I don't ever have to know. I kind of just know I'm gonna be good. When I get there, I'm gonna get there.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna figure it out.
Absolutely.
But you have to have like, I say sometimes be a little delulu. You kind of have to be a little.
I mean, I agree.
A little delusional.
As much as I don't fuck with like people who are like too off in that delusion and certain shit.
It's like a twist. You gotta have like
a little. When it comes to just like achieving things or just like going outside of what feels safe for the norm.
Yeah.
You gotta have a delusion. Like with photography, some of the people who I was around at the time, like I was telling them like, man, I want to get into this photography shit, and they was looking at me like, nigga, what?
Right.
Get your ass out of here. You know, people really didn't believe until I started doing it. But it's just the same thing. Like, I'll take it all the way in high school. When I told people I was going to the Navy, they was like, the Navy? Nigga, you don't be in the water swimming like that. At the pool, you be sitting on the side. It's like, nigga, I can swim.
They always hating on something that they couldn't see you doing for
and
themselves.
I've noticed that shit a lot.
Yeah.
It's just like, everybody gonna give you a reason why you can't do it. That's why I like.
Can't do something.
You know, we've had interns come through here. It's other young folks I done met, either as my models or people who just want to shout at me. I always tell them, bro, do what the fuck you want to, cuz.
Right.
Like, don't let nobody stop you. Find a way, make a way. I'll help your ass find a way.
Make a way.
I'll get out here and we'll chat GPT or call folks or shit. You know, because with a lot of opportunities in this life, because I know we've become so like chat GPT heavy now. Call somebody that do what you want to do.
Boots on the ground, like somebody who's an expert in it.
If it's some shit I know I want to do, like the people at this one photography shop, they fuck with me because I just be calling them and asking them questions. It's like, no one calls and asks us this. Like everybody just comes in like they know what they're doing. Hell no. I be like, hey, so how this shit work, man? For real?
Always.
Can I come out there and like check it out? Like for real. I fucking
ask the expert.
Yeah.
Like, ask the expert.
Find people who really have done this shit and just ask them, because a lot of times they are much easier to talk to and they're gonna give you jewels and gems about, you know, getting to where you want to with that shit that you'll never get from a chat GPT or from some Instagram post or something like that, because those are things that are trying to get you to give them more energy. These folks who've been doing this shit, they've accomplished so much in the game that they happy to give back and to kind of show you some shit and just pour into you.
No one does it anymore. It's a lost art form.
It's definitely a lost art
form. It's
like
networking is a lost art form.
Hell yeah.
Because I think COVID really did a doozy.
Yeah.
It really isolated everybody, and we just like forgot how to
collaborate and
just talk to each other, and be human. Yes, and I think that's why you get so far, because it's like, at least for us or me, like I can speak for me. I have been able to connect and be in rooms and shit because I talk to people.
Right.
Everyone is just a person with a story.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? They come from whatever. It is what it is. You could be like someone sitting at a nearby table. You may look at me. We might just be like, say you're at a bar or something and you're just sitting next to somebody and then they like spark up a conversation. It could be an old lady. It could be whoever.
Right.
I'm gonna talk to them. Because I'm like, what you got to say, you know, type of thing.
Tell me your story.
So I just, those are the things like I just appreciate. So to basically wrap this up, right? How would you say, so where you're at now, what is RJ looking forward to doing now? Like, what's the next thing? What is something that you are like, or maybe something that you are thinking about but haven't really like thought, like, I want to do it. I know you mentioned like kind of more filming.
Yeah, no, I definitely want to like get more into like storytelling, to be honest with you. Before I'm gonna definitely do like some little short films, do some reels, telling some stories, just kind of like get my feet wet and get into that vibe. I really want to write something. Like I want to write a book. I want to write a story.
You should write a book.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna write something to my behest. I hate it. It's like that's one of those insurmountable things that I know I want to do, but I'm afraid to do. I'm being honest.
To write a book?
I'm afraid because I just feel like my shit is not gonna translate in my head. You know, it's not gonna be tangible and feel what I feel when I think it. When people
you feel like you won't be able to express it in the way that you really need it to hit.
Yeah, I don't think it will hit people the way it kind of hits me in my head. But I mean,
that's why people have. Well, one, if you're writing it,
you got editors and people.
You have editors. You have me as I'm a voice person.
But see, with that though, I'm still gonna fucking do it. I'm being honest about it being something that frightens me, but you're still gonna do it. Yeah, I'm still gonna do it.
Some people when they're frightened, they freeze, and some people when they frighten, it gives them like this adrenaline.
In my life, I've been through a lot of situations where some shit had me shook. I still did that shit.
Okay.
Like, cause
10 toes.
Bro, we gonna die.
Listen,
we are going to die.
No, for real.
I'm not gonna waste this time I got here while I'm here.
It's a short life.
I'm not gonna be an old man regretting like, man, I should have wrote that goddamn book. I could have been Walter Mosley, who's my favorite author.
Oh,
but
shout
out to Walter Mosley.
Yeah.
A1, he's the best out there to me. Perfect.
What books if someone hasn't heard, what should they?
I mean, if you just want to get it started, just get right. Devil in the Blue Dress. It's a name everybody heard it referenced in songs. It was made into a movie. Read that book first. And there's just so many places you can go with his work.
I love it.
He can cover all of the genres.
I love it.
Like, so he's amazing. But yeah, so I want to be able to put a body of work together that makes me feel the way his work has made me feel.
I love that.
So yeah, that's something I'm kind of looking at next.
I love it. I know you'll be great at it and doing it. And then I can't wait to see it. And I would say lastly, I guess you could kind of think about your own kids or just like younger people out there. What is like a word of advice for maintaining authenticity through this life when you're dealing with like different things like corporate or baby mamas or whatever you got going on? Like, how do you remain?
Podcast
How do you remain in myself? Like, how do I remain in that within the storm of like life?
I want to say the non-PC way, the way Bernie Mac said it. If y'all watched House Party 3, y'all heard what Bernie Mac said. Go watch House Party 3 and remember what he told kid, be yourself.
Be yourself.
You know, and if anybody got a problem with you being yourself, fuck them.
Fuck them.
Fuck them.
And learn that sooner than later.
Yeah.
The sooner you can just honestly stay authentic. Because what happens is like we're young, we're authentic.
Right. And
right? Like you're doing anything that comes to mind.
Yeah, and life happens and you start trying to like change. And then it starts to change
because we get responsibilities, we get bills, we get kids. And then you kind of, it goes through another evolution where then you return back to self again.
Absolutely.
And so I think it's a part of it. Yeah. But I think I would piggyback off of what you said. Be yourself. I know even if it's cringe, even if it's whatever, your people will find you.
They definitely will.
They will accept you just how you are. And I feel like if I could have learned it sooner, which I feel like I learned it soon, but like really believe that. Like really believe it and embody it, you know, and I think that you'll like pretty much go far in anything. So before we go ahead and shout out your handles. Where can the people follow you? Where can the people get, if you wanted to see RJ?
Yeah, RJ.
Where can the people find you?
Shop by RWJ on Instagram. Yeah, that's really where I be at. A website is on the way. I'm working on that. But it's going to be a little bit of some of everything. It's not going to just be my photography work. It's going to be something you can find anything that I'm doing. And then you can also, you know, just hit RTW. You know, I work with RTW. I manage the studio space. It's a beautiful studio space. So holler at us here. And then also look into it, especially if you're local. Young Fathers of Central Florida. I do some work with them. Shout out to that. Yep. We provide a lot of resources to the young fathers and those who need resources. It's not something that gets a lot of attention, but it should. So if y'all know any young fathers who's struggling with they paying their bills, child support issues, needing counseling or mentorship from older fathers who've been through life and its ups and downs with being a father, you know, definitely come and check us out. But yeah, between one of those places, you know, just ask for me. I ain't gonna be hard to find.
Okay, no, he won't be hard to find. All right, well, I want to thank you so much for being on the podcast.
No problem. Thank you for inviting me.
I appreciate it. I really appreciate you.
All right.
All right, bye, y'all.